Okay, so we are going to fill in this part first. What should the title of our poll be? Raise your hand if you can tell me the title of what our survey should be. Hernia, what do you think the title of our survey should be?
What we like in pizza.
So I should write what we like in pizza up here?
Or maybe pizzas.
Pizza? Amelia, what do you think?
Toppings of pizza.
Should we use, what do you think, Matthias?
I think that we should probably do types of pizza we like.
So you guys want to write all those words? Usually when I tell you to write a lot of words, you guys say, do I have to write all that? So what's something really quick that we could write on page 243 on the top of the poll that we're going to write on all three of those blue lines? So far we have types of pizza we like, toppings of pizza that are our favorite. So we've got lots of long titles. Julius, what do you think?
Pizza toppings.
Pizza toppings. That's great. Eliana, thank you. Pizza toppings. Pizza toppings. Toppings. Pizza toppings.
So, John, what number is the page?
Page 243. Yes, ma'am. Okay, give me a thumbs up when you're finished writing pizza toppings.
Do we write the pizza toppings on top like you?
Yep, just like I did. I'm going to give you about 30 more seconds to finish that up. Thank you, Melody, for letting me know you're done. Thank you, Vina, for telling me you're done. Thank you, Ethan. Thank you, Hernia. Kai, where are you at? There you are. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and write the word right here, toppings. And in toppings, we're going to write each of our kinds of pizza. So I'm just going to write pep for pepperoni, okay? So pep, P-E-P. For cheese, I'm going to write the whole word cheese because it's not a very long word. C-H-E-E-S-E. Canadian bacon and pineapple, I'm going to write C-B plus P. And we're going to know that that's Canadian, bacon, and pineapple. CB plus P. And the last one is supreme. I'm going to go ahead and write supreme. So give me a thumbs up or say done in the chat when you are finished writing all of those things. Thank you, Hernia. Thank you, Vladimir, for letting me know. Melody's done. Emilio is not done. He's Dunny. Matthias is Dunny. Because Emilio had about 40 more E's than you. And Maya, she's done. She's just straight up done. Oh my goodness, Kaden is Danny. All right.
No, Danny.
Melody, how come you're looking up recipes right now? Kason, why are you looking at email? Yeah, I see you.
I'm not looking at email. I'm in Zoom.
Okay, next it says number of children. So I'm just going to tell you how many people are for each one. So we had 7 people vote for pepperoni. We had 6 people vote for cheese. 4 people wanted Canadian bacon and pineapple, and 1 person wanted the supreme pizza. So go ahead and write those numbers down. Okay, Kaya's done. Vina's done. So this should not take very long for you.
I'm Danny.
Julius is done. Melody's done. Mayani's done. Got Julius, Maya, and Kason and Hernia done. All right, so now it says show the data on a picture graph. Who remembers what a picture graph is? How is it different from a bar graph? How is a picture graph different from a bar graph, Mayani?
Because, I think because you had to make, like, what's it called? The lines, like, bigger, not straight.
I like that you're thinking about the lines, but that's not quite what's different about them. Matthias?
Instead of showing it in numbers, they show it in pictures.
Yeah, they show it in pictures. So I'm going to go ahead and write those same things down here on the side, the same topping, or the same name right there and the same toppings right here. And if you have time, you can write those down on the bottom part too. You can write those same things down here and on here. And get ready for us just to show the data. If you don't have time, you don't have to do that just yet. Just get the one done. And I know that they did not write they didn't ask for numbers right here, but we're gonna include the numbers here. And remember that first line is 0, then after that, each line has a number that goes with it that adds up to something that's more than 0. Shiloh, what's going on? Turn your camera on. I feel like I'm having to ask you over and over and over today. It feels frustrating to me. There she is. Turn it back on, kid. All right, and I'm gonna give you just about 30 more seconds to do this, and then we're gonna move on to putting the data into our graph. Because if you don't finish at the same time, you are welcome to keep on working on it even after we finish up with everybody else. Vladimir looks done. He's acting like a cat over there. He's licking his paw. Okay, I'm gonna get some colored pencils out here. I'm not gonna use markers because it'll go through this paper. So for my picture, I'm going to draw a piece of pizza. I'm not gonna go hog wild on making the piece of pizza. I'm just gonna make a triangle. And I'm gonna make it just an orange. I'll change the color. Maybe I'll just change the color for each one. So I'll make my pepperoni red because red is spicy. We have 7 people who like that, so I'm gonna go ahead and draw 7 slices of pizza in my graph. So now I'm showing those 7 slices of pizza there. For cheese, I'm going to use orange, and we have 6 people who like cheese. And I know that because I looked up here at this table and I saw it. I remember what I wrote. Look back to remind myself about the data. So I'm going to draw 6 pieces of cheese pizza. Next is Canadian bacon and pineapple, and I'm not going to do that in yellow because that's too hard to see. I'll make that one in blue. So I have 4 people who like Canadian bacon and pineapple. And then I have 1 person who likes Supreme. So I'll draw 1 piece of pizza for the Supreme. And I drew that in green, so it reminds me of green peppers. Matthias, what's your question?
Spatula over here.
What does Canadian bacon and pineapple on pizza look like? It just looks like pizza with pineapple and ham on it. Shiloh, I see your message. Can you ask me a question? So we're drawing a pictograph here And then here we're going to draw a bar graph. You don't have to do the color if you don't want to. I like to do the color because it makes the graph look pretty to me. So if you enjoy coloring and art, you can do the color. If you don't, you just need to do a nice and neat picture or a nice and neat graph. And this data, so 7 people like pepperoni, so I made 7 slices of pizza. 6 people like cheese, so I made 6 slices of pizza. 4 people like Canadian bacon and pineapple, so I made 4 pieces of pizza. And supreme people, there's only 1, so I just made 1 piece of pizza on there. Ethan is done. Thank you for letting me know, Ethan. Kaden?
Can I tell you what I did for the pictures?
Sure.
I made the pepperoni one, slices of pepperoni. And then for the cheese one, I made it just slices of long cheese. And then I just made blue X's on the bacon and pineapple one. And then for the soup, I just made a little avocado looking slice.
All right. Kai, what's your question?
What's something to say about the graph?
Okay.
I realized that it goes 7 to 1.
Yep,
So it goes from highest to lowest.
it does. All right. So for our next one, as we're doing this one, we're just going to color in the whole box for how far it goes over. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go all the way over to 7 here because I'm graphing the same data, and I'm going to put a line right there so I know where to stop. I don't want to color each of these boxes one by one because that would take a while. So instead, I put a line so I know where to stop, and then I'm just going to color that whole bar all the way over. And I'll do that all the way down. And I'm going to use the same colors that I used in my picture graph. You don't have to do that. That's up to you what you want to do. But I should be able to read your data very clearly, and we shouldn't be writing in yellow or orange, really. Whoops, I didn't draw the line because I got distracted and I went over. See if I can erase that a little bit. Oh, good. This colored pencil erases. And my last one is my Supreme. I'm curious, who picked Supreme?
Not me. I don't think so. I don't know. I didn't, but I did.
Whoa. I did not say who didn't. I said who picked Supreme.
I did.
Is that you, Emilio?
Yep.
You're getting your veggies on your pizza.
Oh, wait. No, I didn't choose that. I chose cheese.
Okay.
I think I might have misclicked Supreme.
Oh, so maybe you did that on accident. Maybe that was where it came from.
Maybe, I'm pretty sure. I think I was moving my mouse down to mute myself or something.
Oh, Melody said she's the one who picked Supreme.
Oh.
All right. So let me know when you're done with both of your graphs. Ethan's done.
This is how I shine.
Melody is done. Thank you, Ina. Thank you, Emilio.
You're welcome.
What can I say except you're welcome?
Hey, I was just singing that song.
Yeah,
And do you know who sang that song?
the rock.
Maui.
Yeah, Maui.
Yeah, and also, but the Rock did.
Mm-hmm.
He's a character, Maui.
Thank you, Kai. Thank you, Adelaide. All right, the last part says, use the data to write a two-step word problem. I'm not going to have you write a two-step word problem, but I do want you to ask a question about the graph. So it can be, how many more people like pepperoni than like Canadian bacon and pineapple? So just go ahead and ask a question about the data that we have collected. If you would like to try it out with me and ask, is this a good question? You can do that if you want to. So you can just raise your hand and say, is this a good question that I can write? So, and before I answer any questions, yes, you need to write it with a capital. And at the end, it should have a question mark. Okay? All right.